Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Newbies Exploring the Course in Miracles. You're here with Chantal and Jenny, chatting it up again, our experience as newbies, literally exploring the Course in Miracles, step by step, failing, triumphing, questioning, curious, all the things. Chantal, how's it going? Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Newbies Exploring the Course in Miracles. You're here with Chantal and Jenny, chatting it up again, our experience as newbies, literally exploring the Course in Miracles, step by step, failing, triumphing, questioning, curious, all the things. Chantal, how's it going? Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Newbies Exploring the Course in Miracles. You're here with Chantal and Jenny, chatting it up again, our experience as newbies, literally exploring the Course in Miracles, step by step, failing, triumphing, questioning, curious, all the things. Chantal, how's it going? Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Newbies Exploring the Course in Miracles. You're here with Chantal and Jenny, chatting it up again, our experience as newbies, literally exploring the Course in Miracles, step by step, failing, triumphing, questioning, curious, all the things. Chantal, how's it going? Hey everybody.
It's been going good. I've gotten a little bit behind, not too far behind, but a little bit behind. I feel like I've been manifesting a lot, and my life has really been taking these like wild turns. So that's been really exciting. And so I've been kind of getting caught up in the whirlwind of that. And the other thing too is I've been studying a lot. So I've been learning something called so under the modality of life alignment, I've been studying how to do organizational alignment. And so you can work with families or organizations, but anything that's kind of like a unit of things. And how to deal with the energy of that unit. So whether that's a family unit or a small business or a sole trader and everything that influences that unit or affects it. So I've been learning a lot how to work with that, and that's been really, really exciting. So yeah, been learning a lot, but Course in Miracles got a little bit behind because of that. So how about you? How have things been?
Things have been good. I'm with you. I also got behind. Funny that we both got behind at the same time. And maybe it has to do somewhat with the time of year. I find the September is like, to me, it's always felt like the new year. And it's a sort of a bit of a rev up and everything. And mine just felt a little different this year. Because I had just gotten back from PEI. And then I had to go away for a whole day from home. And I just gotten back. And then we packed up and went into the wilderness for several days. And I had forgotten to upload my lessons. And I don't bring the big book in with me because we're like living off of our boat and everything, right?
Yeah.
And I got there and I was like, oh, I don't have it with me. Luckily, however, the other things that I had forgotten earlier, because I was so brain dead, completely burnt out, completely fried, I went to go and pack up our food and I thought I had it all packed. I'm like, fantastic, it'll all fit in one cooler. It's all gone. Fantastic. And I'm like, my husband, he had another cooler with some stuff in it and he threw some of the ice packs out. And I'm like, I'm going to just grab those ice packs. I think we're going to need them. I'm just going to tuck them in. I open up the freezer. I'm like, oh, right, here's the rest of our food. I almost forgot half of our main part of our food. And there was other things too. And he's like, oh, honey, you're just fried. You're just fried. And in my fried brain, forgot to bring my Course in Miracles. So, and also my studio just is wrapping up. And so we've been super busy with the finishing touches for that. And so things just were a little bit bumpy as far as the Course in Miracles. What I observed, though, of myself was, one, I did not give myself a hard time while I was away for not having it with me. I'm like, I'm still all in that energy. Just keep exuding the whole like coat of lessons. Still just keep living that. And so that's what I did. Got home and started playing catch up. So how I'm doing that is I'm doing 2 lessons a day, one in the morning And then I see, I look and see how many hours until my bedtime. Okay. And then I set a timer for when I switch. And it's going well.
Good.
And it's also showing me that there are lessons that I'm already excited to revisit a year from now.
Yes. Yes.
You too?
Yes. There are, okay, back to like, I had so many issues with this, but like all of the exercises where it was like the body was like the same line over and over again. I'm really excited to redo that one next year.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And there's ones that I get into, like I read it, I feel it, and I'm like, man, I wish I hadn't gotten behind so that I could spend the whole day in this. And I'm like, just remember, you can still keep working on these lessons, even though I'm focusing on this other lesson. Yeah. It's okay. And I'm going to do it again in a year. No hard time needed, not required. Perfection is not the goal. It's not obtainable anyway, so just let it go. And just enjoy the ride. So it's still going to take me a couple of days to get caught up, but I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, lovely. How are you are you enjoying, how are you finding we're still getting those little refresher bits? Yep. One of the last refreshers we got was, what is the world? And the first sentence of it is quite dramatic, which I quite like.
What page is it on again, Chantal? Can you tell me?
I'm on the digital copy, so it's right behind lesson 241.
Yes.
So the first line is, the world is false perception.
Yeah.
It is born of error and it has not left its source. That's actually quite interesting, though. What do you think it means by it has not left its source?
The world is false perception. It is born of error and has not left its source. So the error is our perception, I think. Mm-hmm. Right? It's our false perception creates this error. Or the false perception is born of our error, but we still have not left our source. And so even when we err, it doesn't mean that the divine God, Allah, whatever, doesn't go, okay, no, turning my back on Chantal. She's over here doing this. She's over here doing error. Her perception's off. So I'm going to turn my back on her until she gets it together.
Yeah.
That's my quick take on it. How about you?
To me, it's sort of like, in the text, it kind of talked about how like we were all part of source. We had this idea that we could separate. Yeah. And then boom, Earth is born. Now maybe that's not exactly how it went, but kind of that is, we can separate. Let's see how far we can separate. Boom, Earth is born. So that's kind of what I thought by that with the born of error. So the error, I feel like.
Gotcha. Yep.
Isn't that
separation piece?
You know how like in the Bible, there's like something on like the original sin, or like, don't ask me what that is because I can't remember. eating the apple of knowledge is the original sin, isn't that?
I guess so. I don't know.
Okay, so
sorry.
So would this be A Course in Miracles version of, instead of sin, like the original error is separation. You decide to separate.
Yeah, I love that.
And God was like, I'm gonna let you make your bad decisions.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I'll be here when you're ready.
I'll be here. And isn't that like, with every relationship, does not matter if we're a parent, if it's our intimate relationship, our relationship with our parents, relationships with our friends, there's those times that us or them are doing things that the other person doesn't agree with. And it's just allowing them to have their journey, allowing them their free will that we all have the gift of, and finding their way. And so that's what, to me, that's what God, the divine, the universe is like, again, that we are the children of. So go, children, go ahead and give it a try. Let me know how it goes.
This kind
Without any ego behind it either, though.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, yes, you're going to go and do that thing and it's going to be a disaster. Fantastic. The learning that's going to come from it is going to be so beautiful. Wait till you get to that point. Yay, how exciting. Go have the disaster now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, so it's very interesting, like the order that these little pockets of like refresher
Yeah.
ness comes in. Okay. So the last one was what is salvation?
Yep.
This one is what is the world?
Yep.
And then the next one is what is sin?
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting, like the order that this is coming in, because the world is air. I feel like I'm saying like air as in like the air.
The air that we breathe.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're saying error.
Error. Yeah. Okay. So the world is air, and I'm still saying it wrong.
It's okay.
Okay. The world is error, and the next one is sin is insanity. Now, I always find insanity really triggering. There's something about it where I just feel like the way that they talk about this in this book is sort of, and maybe it's the guy's voice, like, because I listened to the audiobook, so maybe his voice is making it sound that way too. But no, even when I read it, it has that tone of voice as well.
Even when it does for me too. It's triggered both of us from the very beginning of the text.
Yeah, as if I should be like locked up in an insane asylum because like
Yeah,
something, you know, and it's just a bit like, and I think that, you know, like there's one quote where someone's like, if you do the same thing over and over again and you keep on getting but expecting a different result, then that's insanity, or right, something along the lines of that.
Insanity.
Yeah, like that is like minorly triggering, but like, you know, not really. The way that it's here, it's almost like it takes, if it was softer like that saying, I feel like maybe I'd be okay with it. But here it just seems to be really like it kind of punches you when it's like said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that gets me with the insanity part too is in the text, and it's you know, our perception of what is being said, right? In the text, do you remember near the beginning they were talking about, you know, those people that are insane in the world? It was kind of like, just turn your back to that.
Yes.
And both of us were like, no, but people who are actually struggling with mental health stuff do not need anybody turning their back on them. They need support and love and connection and support, you know, like all of those great things.
Yeah.
To not turn your, and so I guess I just have to remind myself they're using the word differently than I would use it.
Yeah.
But it's triggering.
Well, and the part that I find really interesting with this is the person that channeled this was a female psychotherapist or psychologist or something in that realm.
Who wouldn't use the word insanity lightly.
Yeah. I assume wouldn't, you know, like.
That's true. Assume. Yep.
Right. So this is where the sex is like, because like the one thing that I'm so happy with this is a female channeled this.
Yes.
Like, I'm just like that feels good. It doesn't feel like this is a book that was deciphered by John or whoever. It's like it's nice to have a female involved.
Yeah.
But so much sexism.
Yeah.
And then words that are kind of triggering.
Yeah. And isn't that just the way that life is too? Like it's never right there. Isn't that that perfection of an experience?
Yeah.
There's the things like, I wish I would have wore different pants. We had a great time, but I wish I had different pants on. Like just these little things. And it reminds me, I think we chatted about this last week, how when we did our intuitive coach training, and Divya and Lynette told us in the very beginning, you're all going to trigger each other and it's good and it's supposed to happen. Same thing in here. There's supposed to be things in here. And other people would read that word insanity and go, oh no, it doesn't trigger me at all. But this other word really does.
Yeah.
And isn't it great that we can have our experience, be triggered, work through our triggers, because that's our own responsibility. Everybody, does not matter what the trigger is. It could be something in a book, it could be something in your relationship. We're responsible for our response to a trigger. What's awesome is getting curious about why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is it triggering? Why am I responding or reacting in this way? And to get curious about those things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know how as we've been reading this, or okay, last recording we were talking about how there's lots of crunchiness that, and you know, there was a lot of reflecting that was happening. There were certain things this week that I've gone through that were super triggering. Me and my boyfriend, I love him, but we were spatting like nobody's business. And a lot of it had to do with, we would, so there was a few things in the flat that we needed to contact the landlord about getting fixed. And I sort of wanted him to write the emails. He wanted me to write them. So then I wrote them. But then as I was writing them, he would like talk over me as I'm writing it. And my brain just shuts down when that happens. I cannot figure out what my thought was, what needs to be said. I spell everything wrong, can't read what I wrote. Like it's not like, I know a lot of people struggle in that situation, but like my brain stops, and it stops for like, not just like a little bit or like until the person stops talking. It's like once that person stops talking, it still stopped for a little while.
Hey.
And I feel so dumb in these moments. Like,
right.
Like I know it doesn't really matter if I'm able to have this skill or not to be able to type while someone talks at me. But it really brought up like all of my dyslexia trauma.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And I was just like, and then of course I'd be like, do you know like what it is like you're doing to my brain right now? And blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you're being so rude to me. And I'm like, well, you started it. And we basically had to have a discussion where I was like, well, you know what? I really don't think I should write the emails. I was like, or we come up with a different system. I was like, whatever we did this last week, we did it over and over and over again. And it just ended up with you and I thinking we were both the rudest people on earth to each other.
Which is not the goal of the email.
No. And we both like extremely triggered each other in it. And it was like, let's just find a different way.
Yes. Yes. And it is. And it's not that you're blaming your boyfriend and he's not blamed. It's that recognizing of, oh, this situation is triggering for me. It's bringing up this stuff here. So we need to do something different. It's not like, and yes, in the midst, you were spatting and everything, right? But it is going, oh, it's not that he's a jerk and he's rude and ignorant and he thinks that I'm an idiot. I think that I'm an idiot. I know I'm not an idiot. However, in this situation, I really feel like one.
Yeah. And
it reminds me of a newscast that I was watching one time. It was a snippet. This is years ago. And a man and a woman doing the news together. And the man's doing his thing and he stumbled over one word off the teleprompter. And it triggered him so hard and so fast because however many years ago, he was illiterate. And it reminded him of that. And he couldn't to be able to continue on. And the female newscaster could feel, she just knew, I don't know that she knew what was going on, but she could feel something. And all she did was hold his hand. And he cried a little bit and he got through it. And then he actually shared the story of, this is what just happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
When I was this old, I was completely illiterate and I had years of catching up. And he just told the story. He goes, and me stumbling over that one word, all of it came back to him in like half a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
And is reminding ourselves like, okay, one, I'm a grown woman. I'm a grown ass woman. I know how to do an email. I know that, you're a very educated woman, like all of these things, you're dynamic and you have fantastic personality. None of that matters in that moment of being triggered. All of it is forgotten, right?
Well, and want to know what, like, when you're in the practice of doing this work, when that happens, I was very able to be like, this is my childhood.
Yep.
Coming up and biting me now. Like, and it was like, okay, I thought I dealt with this, but in reality, I don't really think when I did ICD for a long time now, every once in a while, dyslexia will come into my whatever modalities I'm doing at the time. It'll come in a little bit, but it's like, I was like, oh, it's time to actually dive into that now.
Yeah.
Where, there was a lot of family stuff that I've been diving into for a very, very long time. And now it's like, okay, now it's the dyslexia piece.
The dyslexia piece. Beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And so what a beautiful gift that Matt gave you, giving you a little, right? And so that's how we can look at those things. And it doesn't feel like that in the moment. No freaking way does it. It does not. It's not butterflies and rainbows while we're being triggered. It's not how it feels, right?
Yeah.
But it's that being able to reflect in that awareness and to be able to do it way sooner than we used to be able to do it.
Absolutely. And go, yay, more work.
I love the story of Esther Hicks getting triggered with things. And she says that she used to keep a little notebook and go, ooh, something more. And she'd write it in her notebook to get all intrigued about, ooh, that triggered me really bad. I wonder what that's about. Get excited about it. Like, that's a great attitude to have. I don't know if I'm quite there yet.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. I have days of that, but
Yeah.
more often than not.
Yeah. Something that occurred with me and my husband a couple weeks ago. There was, just a situational thing. And I was like upset about it. And before I used to be the person like, I'm upset. We need to talk about this right now, and push and shove and be a door kicker. And I've just relaxed in that, let myself really feel what's going on. And then by the time I was ready to have a conversation with him, it was like, hey, this thing happened yesterday and it really triggered me. I just want to talk with you about it. It's such a completely different approach than I have done for the first 40 some years of my life. Yeah. And it just feels so much better. It's more peaceful. It's more relaxed. It's still a hard conversation, but it's not an argument and a big fight and a blamey and all of those things.
Yeah.
It's a cool, collective adult conversation.
Well, and this is why I think learning emotional intelligence, learning about yourself, really diving in and exploring yourself is so important. And it's the biggest gift you can give to the world.
I was going to say the exact same words. That dive, that emotional intelligence, the learning, the digging in, it's the biggest gift that we can give to the world. And we're part of that world.
With the last bunch of lessons we have read, what were ones that were your least favorite, most favorite?
I got them. I've got my notes. So, lesson 246. I never end up sharing. Oh no,
I'm literally on that one right now.
To love my father is to love his son. Okay, wonderful. I had to change all the words. Yeah. And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. The lesson is still there. I just had to change the words. And I change it to love the divine is to love their child. And I just went, oh yeah, no, I'll just change that. And yeah, triggering a little bit. And that's why I changed it, but not getting all wrapped up in the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was great practice around that.
What I really liked about, as much as I hated this lesson, the part that I really liked about it is because I went through and changed so many of the words.
Yeah.
To me, by changing the words, I really had to define like what is son, what is father, like what is my equivalent to that, and what does that mean then?
Yeah.
So for me, it's sort of like if the divine's sort of like this like source of light, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say you put like what is a diffuser? What is the thing when you put the triangle in the light diffuse that goes into separate like white light rainbow? A refractor?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
when you separate the light into like the different frequencies,
yeah.
that's sort of what I saw children as. We are all still connected to source.
Yeah.
It's just we're all at like slightly different frequencies now. So we're like the divine's in everything, source is in everything. So to not love this thing over here is to not love source, or like this person over here. So it's not just Jesus or whatever. It's every human being, every being really, or
all
like
encompassing. It's just that all encompassing of all belief systems, all higher powers, all working together.
absolutely.